Hi, Milo. Thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome to the latest with Maya. For those of you who don't know, Milo currently stars as Rudy Baylor in my newest show obsession, The Rainmaker. Thank you so much for being on my show. I can't tell you how excited I am to be talking with you.
That's it's such a privilege, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so who has had the biggest impact on you professionally?
Professionally, good question. Do you mean like in terms of people I've worked with or more broadly in my life?
Yeah, really, really whichever, kind of whatever that question means to you. Um,
I
yeah.
mean, I could talk about that all day. So how long have you got? You know, who's had the biggest impact on me professionally? Um, it's been such a privilege to work with. I've worked with some amazing people, and I've got one of the best things about um sort of getting to do the jobs that I've done is that I've been able to watch people work and watch people set the tone of a working environment because sometimes it's just as important to rock up and create good energy around the day and facilitate an environment where everybody feels excited to be there, heard, validated creatively, emotionally, because it can be quite vulnerable what we do sometimes. And I worked with David Tennant on a show called Rivals, and that was such a privilege. I worked with a guy called Gabe Basso who taught like we had a lot of conversations that sort of stoked the fires of and planted the seeds of that sentiment for me. Um, and then I work with a guy called Mark Hudson, who is um, it'd be wrong to call him an acting coach because he's really like a mentor, philosopher, psychologist extraordinaire. Like he does a lot of we do a lot of work on the craft, but equally like he's just good for a conversation. He's good to bounce emotions off. He's good. He just always comes in with these like incredibly thoughtful um twists and turns on characters and behaviors and emotions and scenes and stories and he's probably nurtured me in a way that has given me a foundation to be where I am, and then the other two have given me. Oh, sorry, I'm talking for ages because I could talk. I kind of want to when I get asked that question, which that's a great question. It's probably the first time I've actually been asked it on this press run. I just want to pay homage to all of the people who have been incredible, but those three people are three people that come to mind.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Um, yeah. Um, so who has had the biggest impact on you as a person?
Oh. Um, you could pick it. I have three brothers, and between my mum and my dad and my three brothers, probably you could pick any of them. My oldest brother, who's fantastic, probably the most capable person I think I've uh, ever met. My middle brother is incredibly thoughtful and intuitive, and my youngest brother has such a deep well of emotional security, I think, and provides that for me that you could pick any of them.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
What
So
about you? But can I reflect that? What can you what
yeah.
who's had the biggest impact on you?
Um, my mom, uh, definitely. Um, yeah, no question, definitely my mom.
Really? Why is she what is it about her that
She is just like she's just incredible. And she's like everything I aspire to be. And she's like been by my side through everything. We always have this joke that we call each other hospital buddies because she's always any appointment I have, like anytime I'm like stay have to like I'm in the hospital, like my mom is there, and then my sister too. So both of them.
That's so incredible to have those people around you that show up for you.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about, I think.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you for asking. I could talk about my mom and my sister all day because they're both like I aspire I want to be like them. So
That's so sweet. I feel the same way. I feel like you probably, if you ask, do you ask people that question a lot?
yes,
Do lots of people say their moms?
yeah,
Yeah,
they
I'm
do.
not surprised. Well, I mean, my brothers, I feel like my mom would want me to say my brothers, but really it's my mom. So I'll caveat that.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. So what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
These are great questions. We have a dog. He's a bit poorly at the moment. Um, but I walk him as a family. He's probably brought us so much closer together because I mean, I guess he's like a dependent, right? That kind of everybody has to pitch in and look after him. But I walk the dog roughly like twice a day, maybe, and just walking. We live on a beach. My parents do anyway. I'm up with my parents at the moment, and we live on a beach. And taking the dog for a walk would be my answer.
Oh, I love that. Dogs are the best.
Do you have any pets?
I have a dog.
What's their name?
Her name is Roni.
How do you spell that?
Roni.
Very, very cute.
Yeah, she's the cutest.
That's
Yeah,
lovely.
and yeah, she's so sweet. We got her in 2021, right before I went through radiation. And so she's just like she and I are just uh she's close with all of us, me, my mom, my sister. She just rotates between the three of us
That's
on
so
who's
sweet.
her favorite. So
That's so lovely. And she looks after you.
yes, she does.
I
I
find that does that too.
Yeah, when I was going through radiation, and there were a lot of times I was just like on the couch, like I was like, I can't do anything. She lay with me on the couch, and so we would just watch a show while she would be sitting by me. She'd either be sitting beside me or like sitting on my lap. Um, and yeah.
That's sweet, Maya. That's amazing. Dogs are incredible.
Yeah, they are. What's your dog's name?
My dog's called Buzz.
Oh, I love that.
I was actually going to be called Buzz. My parents are going to call me Buzz, and then they
Oh,
decided not to, and now the dog's called Buzz. So
I love
it all
that.
goes full circle.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Um, so if you had a warning label, what would yours be?
A warning label.
Yes.
That's a bit dark. Who am I warning? Just anybody who comes into like I've just got something like here that.
Yes.
Good question. Overthinker maybe?
Oh, yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah, overthinker maybe like. But then personally, I don't think that's a bad thing. So I guess it depends on the lens through which you see it. My would not be a warning label, but it'd be a caveat. It would be if you want to come and relate, we're gonna do this deeper than the surface. I'm gonna interpret whatever you say and maybe come back to you and throw something out that's gonna hopefully be um, more thoughtful than maybe perhaps people are bargaining for if they're sort of squeezing past you on the tube and they say, "Excuse me," you know.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing. I think. I think overthinking. Yeah. What about you? What
I think I probably have several, but I think the big one is prone to anxiety, don't overload. Um,
that's
and
a good one.
so thank you.
What's a common theme when you ask people that question? What do people say?
Oh, there's, I mean, it kind of, I don't know, it goes all over the place. So I don't know if there's really a common theme to the answer.
What's the wackiest one you think you've ever heard? What's the one that you're like, whoa?
Oh, um, as soon as you asked me that, I had one in mind and then it went right out
And
my
it's
head.
gone.
So,
Don't worry, if it comes back, let me know.
okay. So I'm sorry. I don't know what it is, but as soon
Don't
as
worry at all.
you asked me that. Um, yeah, I am pop culture obsessed and I go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching. Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
Who that I'm currently obsessed with. Um, I definitely have my staples that I come back to. What do I been watching recently? I saw the first episode, so this would not be an obsession, but I saw the first episode of House of Guinness the other night on Netflix. And some of those guys are my friends, and I think that they do a great job. So I think that'll be my future obsession.
Oh wow, that's
What
so
about you? Do you know it?
I've seen it. I haven't watched it yet. But
Okay.
I've seen it on Netflix.
What's your what about you?
Um, I mean, there's so many. There's, I just finished watching on Netflix a show called Haunted Hotel, that I loved. It was so funny.
Is it is it scripted or is it like a doc? Is it
Yeah, it's scripted. It's an animated show.
oh wow.
And it's very funny. Yeah, a friend of mine is in the show, and yeah, it's very, very funny.
Amazing. That's so cool. Is it
Yeah,
surreal when you interview people? Because you must interview people and then see their work, I suppose. So like you
yeah,
must come across people. Do you ever go, oh wow, like I just had a conversation with them and they're on my
yeah,
do
definitely,
you? Is there
yeah.
anybody who's been like the person that you was most sort of excited to speak to?
Oh, I mean,
Or is that a bad question? Or...
yeah, there's so many. I mean, everybody I talk to, I'm so excited to speak with. Um, I I mean, I have to say I was so excited to talk with you. So right now you're the one. I would say that.
Thanks, Milo. I'm very excited to be here talking to you
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, the Rainmaker also, I am obsessed with that. That's like a show that's one of the shows I am so excited every week to watch. And so always on Fridays, I always tell my mom, I'm like, I don't care if we're watching something else right now, we're watching the Rainmaker.
Amazing. What do you think? What do you like? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I find it such an interesting story, and I've always been so interested in like that legal uh world, like that world and the system. And yeah, I don't know, I find it's such a good show.
Thank you. I mean, I can't take credit for it. Have to send it to Michael Sides from the showrunner, but thank you. That's very kind.
Yeah. Yeah, I since I got sick at a young age, like I always there's weeks like when I'm not feeling good, like I have shows that I'm like, okay, if I get to this day, I get watch this show. And so like I've always had those shows. So like I'm like Fridays are the Rainmaker.
All right, I'm so glad. That's so lovely. Listen, if we go for season two, maybe we'll have to get you out and come and visit the set and meet everyone.
I would love that. That would be, yeah, just a dream come true.
Well, let's work it out. If we get one, who knows? But if we do, then I'll keep in touch with you and
Oh,
we'll figure it out.
oh, thank you. Yeah,
Right.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for season two.
Thank you.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so, what is the best advice you have ever gotten?
Mm. Um, that your thoughts and feelings are just options on which to make choices, and your choices are what matters.
I love that.
What about you?
Oh, um, there's a a lot. The one that is coming to mind immediately right now. I don't know if it's a piece of advice, but when I was younger, my mom would always say, she'd always say, let your freak flag fly. Um, and that has always stuck with me.
Amazing. That's
So,
amazing. Do you feel like you live up to that? Do you feel like you do it?
yes, I hope so. I think so. I think yeah.
Amazing. That's so cool.
Um, so what has been the biggest obstacle you've overcome?
Mm. Professionally or just in life?
Yeah, in general.
In general. I
I
think what
mean,
we were talking
like really whatever that question means to you. I don't always feel like I don't ever want to tell people what that question is supposed to mean because it
about. I think that the biggest obstacle I've overcome. Often I find in life when I speak to people, and this comes from me really, but I feel like it's reflected in the conversations I have with other people. And it's a well thought out idea. It's not I've not come up with it on the spot, but it's that idea. What's a good quote? So like Shakespeare says, nothing's good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Or I can't remember which philosopher, maybe it was Marcus Aurelius said you suffer more in, or maybe it was Seneca said you suffer more in your imagination than in reality. So for me, a lot of the obstacles that I feel like I face, aside from sort of like the physical stuff in the world, are things that are what we talked about earlier about overthinking and, anxieties and things that aren't so real, but feel so real and so big at the time that some of my greatest victories over obstacles are obstacles that nobody else ever saw or could foresee. Does that make sense? So like it was almost like the battle was won or lost when I put down the weight in my own mind. And I think that relates to what we do as actors because you spend a lot of time, particularly in your early years, trying to get a job. And I think that the that waiting period, that period where you are in stillness or stagnation, depending on how you see it. I think what's really important is your ability to keep your head and um, how you are in the off time. You are what you is, how you are in the off times, how you are in the times where you have nothing to do and you're very self-directed and you feel like maybe it's not going to happen. Is how you're going to be when you get the job. Like you're not going to change as a person. You had that change has to come from within and it has to come of your own volition as opposed to from external circumstances. So some of the biggest obstacles, I mean, saying I've said that to you. I mean, both my younger brothers were sick when they were born, like really, really sick. And those were like times, where that's an example of an external obstacle that I feel like as a family we had to wrap around and overcome the idea that we weren't sure if my little brothers were going to be with us, and they are now like the gel that holds my family together. Um, but a mixture of those, like that's an obstacle of kind of the world, and you know, versus the obstacles that I feel like I know about, my mom knows about, but nobody else knows about because they were all in my head. Does that make sense? That was
Yeah.
it was a very long-winded answer. What do you think in your life? For two questions for you. What do you think is the biggest obstacle you've overcome? And is there a piece of wisdom you could give me when you look back and have experienced that that you could share?
Oh. um, I
You're under the spotlight now.
yeah, I don't like it. Um, uh, I think I think there's been several. I think obviously like uh, when I was getting sick at a young age, and obviously I don't remember that, but my mom remembers everything like so clearly, and not knowing, like, nobody thought I would like still be here. Um,
Mm.
and then so th- that, and I mean, when when I was diagnosed with recurrence, and then also like self-doubt and insecurities, which I'm still trying to work past. But yeah, I know when I like transitioned from Seacrest Studios just to solely doing it on my YouTube channel, I was so anxious that, well, if I'm not at Seacrest Studios anymore, like,
Mm.
will I still be getting interviews? And there was somebody I talked to that was telling me I have to like change my way of thinking to that her telling me to change how I was thinking about it really helped. Um, so yeah, I'm so all my thoughts are kind of like, I don't know, getting mixed up. So
No, it's perfect. It's coming across perfectly to me. So I suppose what my last question on that is, what do you think makes you strong in the midst of that anxiety? What means that even though you felt those feelings, you showed up on your YouTube channel and you made it the success that it is.
um, I don't know. I mean,
It could be your mom as well. You could say your mom.
yes. Yes, definitely my
There
mom.
you go. There you go.
Yeah, I think she's the common theme here.
Amazing.
And yeah, I mean, she definitely helped, and like changing my way of thinking and being uh like, I don't know, having goals, like knowing like I want to talk with this person and I won't stop till like I get a response. Um, so
Amazing.
yeah, I think that like having goals to set really helps. Um and um I'm so sorry. I don't know what is wrong with
I
my brain right
is
now.
that's more than a perfect answer. That's
Okay.
really beautiful. Really beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Thank you for asking. Yeah. Um, so what is a superpower that you would not want to have?
Oh, wow. Great question. I've always wanted superpowers. Um, I suppose there would be I mean, there would be a bit of it'd be a double-edged sword to be able to read minds. I
Yeah.
think you'd probably be put at ease because you'd realize how much everybody else is just thinking about themselves all the time and not you, you know?
Yeah.
But I think that I would not want that because I believe everybody has the right to their own thoughts and to present how they want to present to the world.
Yeah.
If you could read my mind, I'd that wouldn't be good. Maybe that's a good. In fact, you know what? It would be good if you could. I think that that would be hold you account. There's a line in meditations that Marcus Aurelius says. Essentially says that you should habituate your way of thinking so that if anybody at any moment said to you what's in your mind right now, you could just say it out loud and not even have no barriers to the outside world. And I think that would be a solid aspiration. But if I was tired or if I was hungry, I would not want people to be able to read my mind. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's very few like superpowers that I'd actually want to have. Uh,
Really?
yeah, I there's only one I can think of. Um, uh,
Why?
Actually, no, I would not want to be able to fly. Or
What?
Um, yeah, I wouldn't want to be able to fly. I wouldn't want to have super speed because I think both of those I'd feel sick all the time.
Yeah, fair enough. You got to think about the practicalities.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't there's very few. There's only one that I've ever actually like been watching something and been like, "Oh, that would be cool to have."
What? Tell me.
So the show The Flash is one of my favorite shows, and
Yeah.
there's a character in it named Frost who she has cold powers, and I think her powers I'd love to have because I love the snow and I'm not a fan of heat. So anytime to make it like a little bit colder, I'd like.
Very, very practical. I like it a lot. Good
Thank
thoughts.
you. Yeah.
Good thoughts.
Um, what's one that you would want to have?
Right. Do you want alphabetical or chronological? I feel like I think teleportation. Did you ever see the film Jumper?
I haven't.
Great film. Great film. Very underrated. Definitely check it out. It's
Writing
it's
this
a good one. It's called Jumper and I think that would be the coolest. When you watch that, send me a text and say whether that might be something that you would like to do or not.
down. Okay, I will. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm excited to check it out.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Um, so what genre of movie would you want your life story to be told as?
Um, I'm quite young, Maya. I don't know if it's all there yet, Uh, I think I think it would have to be a sort of buddy cop adventure movie with a bit of rom-com in there.
Oh, yeah.
I'd want fringes of thriller, a little bit of Willy Won'ty. Uh, I'd want I'd want Brando to be resurrected to play me. That would be like no, I'm playing. I'd what else is there? I mean, hmm, what's the best answer you've ever had to that question, do you think?
Oh, so there's one actor I interviewed who was say I mean all of them I've gotten have been good. The actor James Rode Rodriguez, he was saying he's a big fan of horror movies and so was saying he'd he'd like it to be like a horror movie with this like iconic like hero like death scene, um, which I thought was like I don't know, I thought that
Masochistic.
was a really interesting answer.
I think that's an interesting psychological deep dive on a maybe slightly haunted man. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, that sounds horrific. Horror is probably the only thing I don't want in there. Like, let's keep it
yeah.
peaceful. Let's keep it. I think it'd be a 12A. Everyone could come and see it. I don't want it to be, I don't want any 15s. Yeah. What about you? What would you want it to be?
A musical rom-com.
So good. Why did I not say that? A musical. Of course it is. It's a musical rom-com. It's the sound of music. That's what I would want
Oh
as
yeah.
like do you know that movie?
Yeah, I do.
You like it?
I do. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember really liking it.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's what I think. When you say musical rom-com, do you have a musical rom-com in mind that you love?
Oh, I mean, I don't think I have a musical that comes to mind and a rom-com that comes to mind.
Give me both of them. Let's go.
The musical is The Prom, 'cause that's one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
Um, it's on Netflix.
I'll
And
check it out. The Prom.
yeah, that when I think of musicals, that's the first one that comes to mind because it's one of my favorites. And then my there's so many rom-coms I love, but my all-time favorite is called Home Again.
I
Um,
don't know that one either.
it's with Reese Witherspoon. Um, and yeah. So those are the two movies that I think,
Movies of your life.
yes.
Who would play you? Who would you want to play you?
Oh, that's a good question. I I don't know. There's so many um actresses that I love. Um
Just for the record, I would have PJ Byrne, who plays Dex Schiffler, play me
I
in
was
a.
gonna ask you which one
He
you
he would play me. PJ
I
would play me.
love I love that. I actually PJ was he was in Home Again.
No, I'm gonna ring him right now. Can I
Yeah.
ring him? Let me just see if he
Yeah.
picks up. Let me see if he picks up. He was in Home Again.
Yeah.
Oh, let me ask him. Hey, I'm in an interview right now with Maya, who's absolutely amazing. You'll meet her at some point.
Oh, hi.
So I didn't realize you're in one of her favorite movies, Home Again.
Oh my God, yes.
And this is, and I just, and I, she just asked me who would play me in a movie about my life. And obviously,
You're welcome. Maya, you're welcome.
you're welcome, America, America.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know
What did you say? Say it again. Say it again. That's it. That's it. We're gonna get it. He's gonna do 6 months in the gym, and then we're gonna. I love it. I love you so much. I'm gonna keep going. I'll talk to you soon. You're beautiful, handsome boy. He's the best, by the way. I
Yeah,
didn't realize he was in Home Again. That's so great.
yes. Yeah, I have seen that movie. I have lost track how many times I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it. If Peach is in it, then I'll have to watch it. That's.
Yes. I would love to hear what you think.
I'll text you. I'll text you. I'll let you know.
Okay, yes, please. I'm very grateful that I've gotten to interview um people from both Home Again and The Prom. So
That's so cool. That's what it's all
yeah,
about, right? Like you do it. You want
yeah,
to meet your heroes. Did they live up to
yeah.
your? Was he? Were you? Were they good?
Yes.
Good.
Definitely. Yeah, there's all of them have been so nice, and there's a few people that I continue to stay in touch with, which
Amazing. That's
is
so cool.
yeah, really really nice because they're just like the best. So
So great.
yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for introducing me to people.
Never, always.
I
Listen. Season 2, we're gonna get you on the set and you'll come meet everyone.
Oh,
It'll be
thank you. That would, I mean, that would be like a dream come true. It has become uh one of my favorite shows. So from like
Let's
the
book it
first
up.
episode I watched.
It's the
So
least I can do. It's a pleasure to be here.
um do you have any irrational fears?
No, they're all pretty rational. They're all pretty rational. I don't actually know or if I did, then I've worked through them to a degree. I think fear is such a funny thing. What about you? What scares you? Are you a spiders person or what's the deal?
I don't like spiders. I feel like I always joke my brain's just one big irrational fear. Because they're so I mean my anxiety, I kind of will like spin out about things, and my
Mm.
mom and my sister both have to remind me that I'm being irrational. There's lots of times I will say something out loud that I'm spiraling about, and they'll just be like, "You get that's irrational, right?" And I'll stop. I'll be like, "Well, now that I say it out loud, I do."
That's so cool that you have somebody to anchor you though. I think that's really
Yeah,
important.
yeah, definitely. I'm very grateful.
That's really important. I think I'll caveat my answer by saying there's lots of things that I am scared of, but I think that I try not to get too hung up on stuff that isn't like happening here in this moment. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like my irrational fear is germs. So like that's
Okay.
just my
You see, I'm a bit dirty. I'm like getting the germs. I'm like, get me in the germs and
uh,
then I'll come up there and then I'll be fine. That's my,
oh.
I'm
Well,
doing exposure therapy over here.
oh yeah. That's good. I'm trying to I'm trying to do that. Yeah. So, what is something people are always surprised to learn about you?
Hmm. I'm quite private, Mice. I don't really tell, I don't really tell people things. So people learn very little, but I think what so many people are surprised to learn about me. Maybe where I come from. I come from Liverpool, which is in the northwest of England, and it's not the most affluent place. It's sort of I mean, I love it. I think it's just the most beautiful city. My family are at the moment like they're from everywhere. My mum and dad, but they're just up in like Chester, like so west of Chester. So like I'm trying to think how best to explain it. Merseyside, basically. So it's like do you know England well or not?
I don't.
Okay, so don't worry. So it's like whenever we were on the show, PJ, or like lots of the Americans would think that England was just London. So they'd be like, "When are you going back to London?" And I'd be like, "London is like 4 hours away from where I 4 hours away from where I live. It's like another state. It's like, um, so I come from there, and they have quite a specific dialect and way of speaking. That if you were from the UK, do you know Jodie Comer?
Yes. Yeah.
So Jodie's from Liverpool. So Jodie talks. It's how I would talk about. I'm sort of slipping into it right now. So it's like how I would talk with my brothers, for example. But because I was studied down south in England, I lost a lot of my accent. So some people, when they meet me and find out where I'm from, they go, "Oh, you don't sound like you're from there at all." But I'm quite proud to be from there. And so that's something that people go, "Oh, does that make sense?"
Yeah, that does. Yeah, that's really interesting.
But
Yeah.
it's good. It's good because it's like what I do for a job. Like we say like a lot where I'm
Mm.
from. People say like. But it's good because it just means that you step into other people's shoes. Like when I went down, so when I went to study, I met a lot of people who it was a big culture difference to where I was raised and where I came from, where I went to school. And there was a lot of affluence and wealth and experience that I hadn't been privy to, and it was a an education alongside my education, so to speak, to meet people like that.
Oh wow.
You must meet people. You must meet people. Do you when people meet you? What is something that you feel like they are surprised? What surprises them? Like,
Um, I don't. Well, I know with like well, I know with my best friend, he's always like surprised if there's like a show or a movie I like that's like pretty dark because
Mhm.
I don't like I like thrillers, but I don't like horror movies. And so he's always surprised when um like there's something dark that I've watched that I liked. And then there's a few people I've talked to that have um asked me when I've interviewed them or have asked me like where I'm from, like where my accent is from, and
Mhm.
I'm always surprised with that since I don't have an accent. Um, but I've realized that's kind of because with my tumor, like my speech center was changed because I was
Right.
asking my mom, I was like, why do people think I have an accent? I don't understand it. So, so yeah, she was, yeah, telling me that, or she reminds me of that. So,
Where's your best friend from? What does he do?
he's in California. He's an actor.
Where did you meet him?
I actually met him through in interviewing him. I met him in 2021. He was one of my very first interviews after I finished radiation. Um, And so yeah, it was yeah, I interviewed him and then we met um like a year later when I was in LA and yeah. And then
That's
we just stayed in touch
that's
and talk
great.
all the time. So
That's very sweet.
yeah. He's someone that I'm very grateful to have in my life. So
Mm,
yeah.
amazing.
Um, so I love inspiring and motivational quotes, and this week the one that spoke to me is by Jeremiah Say, and it's sometimes the bad things that happen in our lives put us directly on the path to the best things that will ever happen to us. Um, is there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
Mm. Um, there's a book called I May Be Wrong. Have you ever come across it?
I haven't.
It's by a guy called Bjorn Natiko, and he was a Thai forest monk. And he wrote this book about he spent 18 years as a monk. And I'm running through which was the best. And it's not really so much a motivational quote, but it's kind of quite a centering idea. Uh, maybe something that's more motivating towards patience and like presence. And he says two things. Like the first one is you'll know what you need to know when you need to know it,
I like that.
which is quite relaxing. So
Yeah.
essentially breathe. And the other one is he tells a story which is quite a well-known Tibetan story, and he basically says, "Good luck, bad luck, who knows?" So it's like who it's sort of what you said. It's like this feels like it's bad luck in the moment, but I can't call it right now, and it could in the future. It could be good luck. It could put me on that path, and it feels like great luck right now. But I don't know because 3 months from now this might not look so good. So it's like it, and I've kind of adapted it to be like just good luck. It's all good luck, right? Like whatever happens to you, you're right. It sends you on a path, and it's all the lens through which you see everything. But those two for me are things that one of my best pals, I bought that book for, and he's got one of them tattooed on his arm because I just think that they are so centering. Um, and they take you out of, I don't know if you find this. Do you find that you get stuck in a cycle of like feeling like you need to do more? Do you ever find yourself being like, I need to do more, I need to interview more people, or I need to just constantly in a state of like wanting? It's like putting peace over there. Like when I achieve this, this is when I'll feel good, right?
Yeah.
And they're just small reminders to know that happiness is a habit, and habituating joy is like I think one of the strongest routes to peace. And it's all happening in this moment. So, make your choices now and not for the future.
Yeah. I love those.
But I got a bit deep. Oh, let's go
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Those are great ones. Yeah.
Thank you. What's one that somebody said to you I know I keep asking this question, but I'm interested. Is there any that people have said to you in the past that have stuck with you?
Um, there's so many that I remember people telling me and really liking them, but I have such a terrible memory, so kind of remembering exactly what somebody says
That's all right.
is difficult.
That's fine. Don't worry.
I'm not meaning to, not answer your
Just
question.
text me it. Text me it at some point when
Okay.
if it comes to mind, or you think of somebody, just text it to me.
Okay. I will. Thank you. Yeah. Um, well, that was my final question for you. Um, Thank you so much for joining me. I've had the best time talking with you. You've made my day.
Oh, that's really sweet. It's been really lovely to talk to you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I would love to talk with you again whenever you want to come back on, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed for season 2 of The Rainmaker.
Let's get it locked in.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.
Thank you, you too.
Talk to you soon, Maya.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. And that's a wrap on today's edition of The Latest with Maya.